A week before Christmas, the people from the island's Christian community come together for all the wrong reasons.
It's affected the lives of all people on Christmas Island. It's affected the lives of including those people who are already in detention, awaiting processing.
Life is slowly returning to normal, but there's lingering trauma as the search for bodies continues. There are more out there.
We are hoping by the end of tomorrow, to be able to have a definitive answer of how many are actually missing.
Police say half of the dead have been identified. They're confident all 30 will be.
Authorities also believe they've identified a 4-year-old boy who was orphaned here and has no other relatives in the group. It's unclear whether his application for asylum will be treated any differently to anyone else's.
At this stage, our focus is very much around the immediate health and welfare for this group. The issues around asylum and what eventually will happen with the survivors, including the orphans, is something that it's too early for us to speculate.
The first of a series of closed memorial services have been held inside the detention facility today.
It's appropriate, of course, that the detainees at Christmas Island have the opportunity to mourn and to pay their respects to the deceased.
The sentiment was shared across the political divide.
We grieve for the victims and we feel for everyone who has been traumatised by this disaster.
But in his first comments since returning from overseas, Tony Abbott repeated his view that only Howard-era asylum policies will work to crush people smugglers.
We stopped the boats before. We can stop the boats again if we put the right policies in place.
Mr Abbott has today gone back to the old slogan of stopping the boats. He's today reiterated their policy of temporary protection visas, revisiting the failed Pacific solution. We have a different approach.
Police say the crew members of the doomed vessel have been interviewed and it's likely they will be charged. Zoe Daniel, ABC News, Christmas Island.